Hey, what's going on? This is Martin, owner trainer Fuller Fitness, and hopefully this is one of the days that I can actually lift this load, especially for incline. So wish me luck. Ooh, try not to go too crazy. Hopefully this is one of the days that I can actually turn up with this, especially seeing that it's not as heavy as I would like to be or want to push. Felt heavier than I expected, even though it's excuse me, even though it's only 123 pounds, feeling heavy today. So thank goodness I didn't try to do what I was thinking of doing. Because 123 feels so darn heavy, but I'm glad I was able to do some. And that was the first set doing that. So see excuse me. I don't even think I ate anything and I'm feeling stuff. But you don't know until you try. So you know. The fact that I was able to do it, what was that, 3? So, and I know some people waste time by supposedly not counting the first one, which makes no sense. But do what works for you. Try to chillax for a bit and do at least one more set, depending on how that feels, and possibly do a third set. Man, especially with the way things were going at work. To where I was wondering if I might have to do 110 or less. So hopefully I can. Thank goodness I didn't try to do high incline. That would have been a whole different craziness. But try to chillax for a little bit longer. And interesting thing is, I did with the program I have for myself now. I did back before this using just dumbbells. If you haven't seen my videos before, I do, so I think I'm going to do it the same. So before, and I think I'm still going to do it now, currently doing it. So yeah, 1 week I do everything dumbbells. The following week I do everything barbells. So with the schedule I have to where Monday, Thursday, I do the same stuff. Tuesday, Friday, I do the same stuff. And I have 3 days to recover to try to keep lifting as heavy as I can, especially being a 40-year-old vegan and trying to and still lifting certain loads. I don't know if I can do any PRs for a while until maybe the 3rd week of January, if at all, because with my job I'm doing so much stuff, a lot of pushing and moving, and there's a combination of endurance, stamina, speed, and strength, and sometimes power involved with the job that I have. So I'm thankful that once I get here, after work, I can still lift certain loads. I was able to still go fairly heavy before, but now with us being as busy as we are at work this season until the second week of January, I might have to lift not as heavy as I would like to, which is fine depending on how low I end up going. And maybe just do more reps, which again, that's fine depending on how what the load is and how many reps I end up doing. So, all right, let me see if this feels better in multiple ways compared to that first set. Gee. High hopes I don't feel as if I'm gonna catch a cramp like I did the first set. Especially seeing that those muscles have nothing to do with it. So I usually do, for a few years, I usually do incline first. Why not? Monday, right? Monday, excuse me. Tough day at work. Like I said, we're busy at work. But anyway, and having to go to work so early at 2 a.m. currently, which might be worse in the coming weeks. Last time, I did flat first because I wanted to do kind of heavy with flat bench. And I attempted to press 135s, and it was kind of successful. Kind of successful. What was it? I kind of did 3 reps, which was less than I was hoping for, but again, working the schedule that we're working and being as busy as we are and all the pushing that I'm doing at the job that I have, I might have to wait until January or February before I start trying to lift certain loads. And I might have to stick to 125 or less for until January. So, see if I can do one more set for incline. I'm assuming that if you're watching this, you are actually interested in stuff like this. So hopefully, if you're not already, you press the like button if you actually do. Not only does it help me, it helps others who are interested in stuff like this. I would have loved to seen videos like this when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. Shoot, even in the early 2000s. Not only that, to possibly share it with certain people who might be interested in seeing stuff like this. Especially when I get back to trying to lift heavier loads like I want to, when we're not as busy with the job that I have, if I even keep it, because the people there really get on my nerves pretty much every day. And then subscribe if you haven't already, so that you are more aware of what I'm doing and how I'm doing. what I'm using, because next week will be barbell. And subscribe so that you get whatever notification you get, depending on how your notifications are set up. Specifically with what I'm doing. Again, if you're interested in this, if you aren't subscribed yet or haven't watched in a while, if it's the first time, like whatever your situation is right now. So, as far as whether you're subscribed to me or not, also, if you want help on your journey to get stronger, especially if you're not really busy with a certain job and certain things to slow you down much, like I am, for me to help you in multiple ways, whether you become a paying member to my Patreon, which I'll put the information below, either below the video, and or if you send me a direct message on TikTok or Instagram, I'll put that information below. Except for the TikTok, I'm not. The name that they gave me on TikTok, I'll try to mention that. For those watching on YouTube, but yeah, that's that. Alright, so let's see if I can do this third set, and I think I did 4 in the second set, so see if I can do anywhere between 2 and 4. Excuse me. It's really cold, and well, actually it's not that cold today, but in New York State it's been pretty damn cold for weeks. And then we got a bunch of snow last night while I was asleep that I didn't know about and woke up to. Alright, let's get it on. Then I still gotta do flat bench. I just don't know if that's gonna be in this portion of the video. And again, I did back before this, so in fact, if you look on my shorts, the most recent video with me will be of me doing dumbbell rows with these, actually dumbbell rows, but I had 145 pounds on, if you're interested in that. So I can do certain things still lifting heavy as far as back and legs. It's chest and shoulders that's going to be different in terms of how heavy I might be able to go as far as chest and shoulders. But with back, legs, and abs, I can still turn up there, it seems like. So, all right, third set. Excuse me. Shoot, with the job I have, I'm lucky to get a certain amount of sleep, especially if I don't have issues with the weather. Get a certain amount of sleep, get a certain amount of meals in. A guy asked me at work, one of the bosses asked me, how do you keep your size being vegan? And it's like, that's an interesting question to ask. Not a stupid question to ask, but an interesting question to ask. You see how big elephants are? Actually, that's what I asked him. You see how big rhinos are? You see how big gorillas are? So this isn't to try to tell you to go vegan, but the fact that for decades, if not centuries, or at least a century, people saying that vegans can't be strong or have a certain amount of size to them. I don't know how so many people believe that, especially seeing that as a 40-year-old vegan, I'm stronger than quite a bit of people. I can't really prove that right now because of how busy we are at work, but if you actually look through my videos, you can see that I've actually lifted more than this. I think the heaviest I did was, for incline, I think the heaviest I did was 147. I tried 150 and I failed. I can't remember, what was that, in July? I think in July before my birthday, the week before my birthday or after, I don't remember, but I tried to do 150 for the first time and failed, so I'm not sure. Well, I definitely won't be doing that soon. I definitely won't be doing that soon because of the way things are going at work, but hopefully I can try that again and hopefully actually do it. Alright, that felt heavy, so I'm a bit more nervous about this one. Especially seeing that I usually don't do 3 sets. To a certain degree, that probably shouldn't matter, but yes, please. Not as heavy as I wanted, not as many reps as I wanted, but that I don't consider a failure because I was actually able to do it and able to do it for more than 2 reps. So, keep trying, whether you're busy or whatever you got going on. Keep trying, because thankfully I'm done with the back workout. Start my chest workout with incline, try to finish that up, and then hopefully I can get a really big meal in, get certain things done, take my ice bath to help me recover from work and this back and chest, and then do oh shit, I gotta do shoulders today too, damn. And then do arms and lower body tomorrow. So, you know, that's just the program that I chose for myself. I have been thinking about it for a while compared to doing 6 days, especially at 40, and having a job that I have. So that's what I'm doing. But again, depending on how well you liked any portion of this video, hopefully you subscribe. And hopefully you look forward to the next one, because I am. This is Martone, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness. Take care.